We're here with Alan Carter, the Director of Golf, the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge Golf Club. And Alan, this course is magnificent in its scope. And over the years, it's been recognized as that by lots of magazines, lots of publications. How does your course and your staff here keep up the standards of meeting those awards year after year? It's got to be a real challenge.
You know what, it is. It can be, for sure. But you know, we believe in, a lot of the Fairmont culture comes out just from a hotel standpoint of how you go about servicing guests. But I've also taken it a lot of pride in all my time being here now, of choosing the right people. We've been very lucky to be able to deal very well with a lot of the colleges across the country that use golf management programs. And you know what, we use the existing colleagues always to help us with the following years. Who's that great young person that you've got that that's in your class, or one of the other great assistants when you go back and head back for your winter time. We want people that want to work together. We want people that want to listen. And when you're getting to draft from within, really, and almost that way, where they're helping you find the best of the best. We're lucky, but a lot of it comes down to the service culture that we're lucky enough to have offered at a golf course. A lot of it comes from what comes from the hotel. And we put them all through the same service classes and education that all of our servers here do, as well as all our bell desks. So we're pretty fortunate that way. That helps out.
The course itself now, the architecture of it, Stanley Thompson designed this, and he's so well respected for what he did in his time. And yet it seems like he had a sense of humor out here with a few of the holes. Yeah. Number 9 in particular comes to mind.
Yeah, you know what? He realized it was a game. And he was a character. He was he enjoyed life, and he made sure that showed in not just Jasper, but Jasper's one of the ones where it seems like from 1925 onward, once he had done here, I think he became more comfortable, more confident in what he was doing, and it was Banff after this, and St. George's, and he kept on going. But I think more than anything, he was a man with a sense of humor. And he realized that he's an artist. He wanted it to come out in his work as well. So yeah, he had a lot of fun out there at certain spots.
And those certain spots are what? I mentioned number 9.
Number 9, Cleopatra, incredible, one of the most beautiful places you'd ever want to see in a golf course. To be a Cleopatra, the mountain that's in the backdrop is Pyramid Mountain. And there was a time, the story's going as far as when it was just even in the dirt, where it looked like the outline of a naked woman. And it was to be Cleopatra at the foot of Pyramid Mountain. And they had to do a few tweaks and changes to some mounting and some appropriate spots before it became finished. But those are the types of things he certainly was there. Number 10's got a bunch of bunkering that's all done in the shape of sea creatures.
Right.
And we have the exact blueprints from right back in 1924. And he, right on the plans, you can see it's the walrus or the octopus. Or, so he knew it when he was doing it, what he wanted to do, and he did definitely have a sense of humor.
Restoration project done in the mid-90s, and I understand it was to bring the course back as much as possible to what he had designed. Is that correct?
Yeah, you know what, and I was fortunate, that was when I first got here. That was when that was beginning, back in 94. That was complete bunker renovation, cart paths all the way around, new tees being built. A lot of those things, and as I said, we have the original plans. And we put back in 11 bunkers that had disappeared. Okay. And some of them absolutely critical. Bunker in the middle of number 5, in the middle of number 10, on the right-hand side of number 17. When we were digging those areas out, because we saw them on the original plans, we ran into sand. So we know that we were in the right places, and we were able to put them back in the right spot. And what's amazing is how important those bunkers were to all of those holes. Right. Number 5 and number 10, without those, are just easy, hit it as hard as you want, par 5s. And now you had to make a decision. You had to hit it in a certain area. And but way back in the day, it was a lot easier to mow grass than it was to hand rake bunkers. So those are just decisions that happen over years. But we believe they needed to go back in for the golf course's sake.
The bunkering that you've reinstated, does it impact the game today, the players today? Because equipment and balls and everything has come so far from back when this course was originally built. And I'm thinking that, the bunkers are not in play today, or wouldn't have been in play back in those days.
What's interesting is that who they're in play for is they're now really in play for the average guy.
Okay.
So that bunker on 5, you know, I can,
That's a problem for me.
it'll be, for you, that's going to be right where you're going to end up hitting it. For me, it's not necessarily in play. You know, we have got plans where we've got things set aside for some holes to go back, and really with the only purpose not to, we want the shot value that the average person gets to a better player. You know what, I need that bunker to be another, so the tee box needs to go 20 yards back from where we're dealing. It doesn't have to go back 100, it doesn't have to go back 50. You know what, in some cases it's really a matter of 15. And then the integrity of it. Now I can't miss the shot. On 5, even I can miss it a little bit, it's still going over that bunker, and makes it a very easy par 5. But for you, you miss that shot and don't hit it as well as you can from your tee box, you're in that bunker. And you know, we'd like that same thing for all players of all abilities.
And that's the last thing then, is the ability for everyone to play this golf course set up in that way that everyone, no matter if you're a scratch golfer to the 36 handicapper and above, can come out and enjoy it.
You know, I've been asked it a lot of times, and I think it's pretty amazing that I believe, and so do a lot of people, that in 1925 he built what would probably be a very much an ideal resort golf course. It is playable by everybody. His belief was you could try to virtually roll the ball around the entire golf course, which is close to the case around here. There's only a couple times that it all is a forced carry. But Jasper's always remembered for being that place where it tugs on heartstrings, because it was the first time a guy broke 100. You know what? It's not easy for better players. You know what? I get Canadian Tour guys coming through here every June, and you know what? They go play okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? They don't go super, super low, because it's all about second shot. It's all about knowing the greens. They're very, very subtle. But as far as getting from tees to greens, you know what? That's half the time you're distracted looking at mountains, and for the average guy, if he's distracted, you know, he hits some better shots. He's not worried about his golf swing.
That's true. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.
No, thank you.